Hi, I'm Vishaal. I'm a senior Gen AI developer, and I'm going to be talking about AgentCore, AWS's new feature released last week. It's a serverless agent model, and I'm going to be talking about how it adds on to Bedrock. So let's start with the standard Bedrock model, which was released in the mid 2023. So it was using managed foundation models like Anthropic's Claude and Titan, which ran on AWS. And you could make only one stateless call using invoke model, and in that you wrap a prompt, and once Bedrock responds to your prompt, it forgets. So it's great for fire and forget tasks like maybe like summarizing text, classification, yeah, simple one prompt tasks. So for retries, memories, uh, you'll have to build uh, with glue code and lambda functions. Uh, and for tools, you'll have to use step functions. Yeah. Anything more than what it provides uh, has to be built by you. And since the models are managed by AWS itself, it's pay per token. And you can manage everything on IAM. So yeah, next we have Bedrock Agents released late 2024. This is what people have been using till now. It's a config only chatbot builder of sorts. You can build it through the console, or you can you know have all the settings on a JSON file and just create it on the command line interface. But yeah, there's no code involved here, just instructions. It has a built-in short-term chat memory, and by default it's around 10 minutes, but you can go push it up to 60 minutes, but that's how far it goes. It has auto tool calling, but the tools have to be created by the users themselves. uh, Once they have created the tools, lambda functions to be precise, with the right documentation, the agent equipped with the AI model knows which tool to choose from, the appropriate tool for the situation. It can figure that out. Yes, the session time limit, as I told you, it's minutes. It doesn't stretch over a hour. And no custom orchestration or code frameworks. So you have to use the AWS inbuilt planner, and that's all you get. And now moving to AgentCore model, the new one released last week, is a complete serverless runtime running your model, and it's managed entirely by AWS. So the hosting, isolation, scaling, everything. So it also works with open source frameworks like CrewAI, LangGraph. So you can just use these orchestration libraries you've used before in your older models and import easily. So you get to use these, and you get enterprise grade hosting along with monitoring and authorization that AgentCore provides. You can also deploy it via JSON, like Bedrock agents, with the settings, and launch it on your command line interface like a git push. Modules like memory, gateway tools, identity, observability are already built in. And gateway tools is an interesting tool. It wraps your API calls. For example, GraphSQL, uh, REST API calls, anything. You don't have to rewrite code to adjust for every API call. AgentCore figures it out on its own with the documentation it's provided. And the tasks, they stretch up to 8 hours. So once you invoke, you have up to 8 hours of runtime. And yeah, for research projects and all, and web crawling tasks, this is a, I mean, this is a good feature. And it's free until 16th September, since it's in the preview mode. Next, moving on to key differences. Bedrock agents and AgentCore. Orchestration, as I told you, it's a fixed flow. You only have your agent builder and you can define it over there, but nothing more. With AgentCore, you can use orchestration libraries and graph frameworks like LangGraph and all, or just handwritten code for multi-step workflows. Memory, Bedrock agents have short-term memory. AgentCore models have pluggable long-term memory. Tool integration, Bedrock agents have the ability to auto-select the tools it wants, whereas AgentCore wraps its API calls with gateway. There's also a browser that's coming and a code interpreter that's going to be added to AgentCore. Deployment, I'll show you in a minute. It uses a console button, but with AgentCore, it's just settings and launching on command line interface. Observability, agents have just basic CloudWatch logs with tokens that have been shared to the roles specifically. And with AgentCore, you have a full trace and session replay. You have a specific dashboard on CloudWatch. Session lengths, minutes. AgentCore has 8 hours. Pricing, again, like standard Bedrock. Agents also charge per token, which is like input tokens plus output tokens multiplied by the cost per token, which depends on the model. And for AgentCore, it's the compute time, because for the 8 hours, it's Amazon is going to be managing your hosting and everything that comes along with it, even if you don't use the model. So it's not about just the model, it's about hosting too. So all the computation that's involved, the resources that goes to that, is also charged. You know what, let me show you a quick demo of the different models. This is the standard Bedrock model. I'm just it's a quick prompt. It's like I'm just asking the model Claude for one fun AWS fact. So I go here, I run this Python file, and I should be greeted by this fun fact over here. So the next prompt I type in, Bedrock will have no idea what's happening, so it forgets after one message. Let's move on to let's go back to Bedrock agents. So I've created a demo agent over here, and I've run a little test. The instruction here is pretty straightforward. I just asked the bot to be friendly, nothing much. So I introduce myself as Vishaal. It greets me, and then for the second message, I ask the bot for my name again, and as you can see, it just pulls up the conversation history and accesses the name. So context is maintained throughout, and you can see here that the idle session timeout is 600 seconds, so 10 minutes by default, but you can stretch it up to 1 hour. Now moving back to AgentCore agent, the agent I've built here is a simple echo agent. So I mean, anything you ping to the agent, it pings you back the same thing. So I'm not doing anything, right? I've just defined a simple function over here. I run the Python file, and yeah, AWS takes care of the hosting, everything, and this thing is running over here. And if I make a curl call to the agent, yeah, so I hit this one, I get the echo back. I send maybe another one, yeah, I get it. So the agent persists, right, until I close it, or until it's 8 hours, so then it closes on its own. So it persists. So right now it's an echo function, but it can use LangChain or some orchestral library to set up multi-step workflows to do a lot more complex stuff. So yeah, going back to the slides. Yeah, what's next for AgentCore? They've announced native S3 vector store. So instead of going up to Pinecone, a third-party vector store, AWS is bringing its own vector store. So it's going to be first party. Then a new agent marketplace for plug and play tools like Lambda layers or pre-built agents for generic purposes that can be uploaded online. There's a cloud browser coming and a cloud code interpreter that's going to be incorporated to the model itself. And the release for general audience is targeted for late 2025, but yeah, again, you can access the preview up until September 16th. So yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation. You can find me on LinkedIn, Upwork. I have my socials over here. I'll have them below on the description box too, so you can find them. Yeah, thank you.